Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating the first week of September in my main planner, which is this beautiful hourly layout with these scalloped boxes. So I have some stickies on here. Let me just move them to the next week. We'll put it into the next week. Okay, so we grabbed a May, June monthly for September, so there's going to be some changes that we need to make. So let me grab my Mojo Jojo Plans Dated. And I think it could be fun to use the pastel because we already have this green here. We have the colorful numbers here. But we'll see if we find what we're looking for. And then the sticker book is going to be Going Places from Happy Planner. It's a wrong sticker book. And I just want to show you guys real quickly what I do and how I do pre-pick my sticker books, and that's about as far as I get. And I just slide them into, this is like a little Dollar Tree holder that I hold them for. So each one of these books is going to be for one of the weeklies. And that's how I leave out my sticker books for the week. And those are just slid over on my desk. Before we get to taking out the weekly, well, we'll take out the weekly, but I'm going to tell you what I was thinking real quickly. So I did add wrong stickers to my monthly, and I just love wrong stickers. They're so cute. So even though it throws off like the look of the cacti, I really love them on there. So it does not bother me, but I do realize it's like two different styles on the monthly. But I think it's fun. It always makes me smile. What I'm talking about is this page over here. So I did have another birthday that I want to put on here. Let's see if we have another one. Okay, so we have one in orange that I think could be good. And I guess I'm just going to start it in the next column. And then I do need to put, since she has it, she does have Rosh Hashanah on here. So we're going to put that on there as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab the gals. So I'm thinking, since I'm making the first weekly with these gals, why not grab just a couple of them as decoration as well? So, especially if there's a summer gal left. I mean, like, look at this cute summer gal. But actually, I might use her with a seam. So we'll hold on to her. Maybe we'll use her in the weekly. I'm going to put like a fun little swimsuit here. I think we're just going to go with these two gals. I don't know if it's exactly summery, but yeah, I think they're summery enough, honestly. And the reason I'm doing this, obviously September is like the last time we're probably going to use this type of decoration. We'll be heading into fall and warmer clothes girls. So those two girls on there, which is cute. This little swimsuit, and then let's see, there are a couple of little icons. I think just like an Ola Benita up here. Okay, so we'll do the dates for the two other holidays, and then I think we'll be done. Okay, so really fun and ready for my main. I just wanted to get a couple more things on there, even though it's a super decorated spread, because I am adding stickers to everything else. I thought, why not add a couple to this little dashboard, which is what I'm going to use that as like a pre-planned dashboard for the month. Okay, so now we have the weekly out. And let's get started. So one of the first things I wanted to do is really pop up the bottom here. This is a very subtle, like pastel-y, like palm leaf pattern. I like it fine, but it's just really bland for the rest of the planner. Oh, but before we get too far, let's get these dates, and the month and the days whited out, because we're gonna fix these up for a Sunday start. and then our numbers are gonna add up, which is how I chose this planner. Because I think the numbers are so cute. I mean, they're just colorful. They're pretty much normal numbers, but just colorful. So when I can, I like to have the ability to leave the number if it's cute. This is the only planner I think that it worked out in. I love it when I can use a dark pattern or a dark color from here because I can read it better. So even though this is a super fun and cute September, it's okay. I mean, May, June, it's okay. I almost used September for this planner, but it was peachy pink and it had like the animal print on the bottom, which is definitely cute enough. It's just not my style. So to get started back into Happy Planner, I really wanted this fun teal looking color. Okay, and we're either gonna put a really cute sticker there because these days do not align, or maybe a box because we do have boxes in here. So let's see which one would work best. Okay, so this is Adventure Calls. It is a summer box, and I'm gonna see if it's gonna cover. Look at that, it's actually really close, huh? I'm gonna go up a little higher because I can. A little closer to this September. Just line it up carefully. Make sure we're straight. Okay, it might be slightly crooked, but wow, that covered it so easily, and it's such a cute summer design. Perfect. Okay, well now we are gonna use her again, you know, in a different swimsuit because we're getting our summer gals on here. Last chance, last chance. We'll put her over here. But actually we might have her in a couple different patterns as well. So now for an hourly layout, if I'm doing stickers, I like to do it in between. So I still have room over here to write and I still have room over here to write. So in the middle is a good place to put stickers, or sometimes at the edge as well can be a good place to put stickers. So because I went big and a clear sticker, I kind of want to keep that pattern. This gal definitely looks summery. That's definitely a summer dress. And I think this gal kind of looks like a summer dress, just like a fancier. She's going somewhere fancier. All right, so I'm gonna put her about here. Again, in between the days so that I have room to write on both sides. And then I'm gonna stick her maybe up here. And then we do need to white out. Look, her face is like scalloped underneath. So we will just white this out right here. We're already starting with a super cute pattern on the page, which I love. So any stickers are just gonna be like adding to how cute it is. Okay. I kind of want to find one more gal. So maybe she doesn't have to be clear sticker. I think this gal could work. Because it fits the pattern of like the half gal and then the full gal. And we will put her, I think, over here. Okay, before we get anything else done, I want to find the washi for the bottom. I'm kind of thinking this floral might be a nice touch. And I'm going to stick it at the very bottom so the palm leaf looks like the layered part. It's pretty. And maybe we put it up here for the days to be laid on top of, like a background for them. We could have done that instead of whiting it out, kind of. I mean, you would still see the day through probably, because washi is mostly see-through. I don't know a lot of washi that's not see-through. So I think we're just gonna cut a little over here in front of her face to make sure we can see it. Yeah, and maybe a little by her hair. Just a sliver. And then over here by September. Okay. It's a colorful start. All right, we'll pick our days while we're at it. Let's see if we have any week in the same color left. And the pink. Let me see how the pink looks. Because even though you can't read it that well, it does kind of match the background. So, yeah, I think that's okay. So you can kind of see them. It is hard to see the actual writing on the light pink, but yeah, I can read it in this bright light that I'm under right now. I don't know about regular light, but I obviously know the first day is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you know, I know the days. Okay, so let's see what else we're gonna get on here. I'm gonna white out this because these are gonna be my top 3 here. If I do anything at 8, it's workout, which I haven't completely gotten into the habit yet. So it'll just be top 3 across. So I think I'm gonna do a couple of quotes and then maybe a couple other accents and then we'll be done. So let me see where this fits. Should we move her over? I might do it. And the reason I'm gonna do this, paper, Happy Planner paper, old Happy Planner paper, is a lot easier to work with than the newer Happy Planner paper. I was ripping stickers all the time in the new Happy Planner paper last fall. This stuff, you can move stickers around in. And then I'm gonna lift up this C and it can go on top of her knee. Okay, that's fun. We'll do going places down here by her. Covers 7 and 8 p.m., but I can still see it through there. I like this take chances for her. I'm gonna have her stand on it, and it's going to annoy me slightly that it's here, but this is like a work time, and then as soon as it hits 5 p.m. it'll be cook dinner time. Well, between 4 and 5 p.m. So I think it'll be fine to have a sticker there. I think it's cute if it's a little straighter. Okay. And this says start somewhere. I love the color, and I'm going to put it up here. All right, I like it so far. Let's get some of the accents on. It has been a while since I have really decorated a weekly spread. Because I was doing dailies, and then I did do a weekly spread with Laurel Denise, but they're much smaller. So I think it's gonna take me a little while to get back into it completely, to know like where things can be. But hopefully not too long. I'm gonna grab some of these circle gals that look like they're summerish, even if they're already on the page. I like a get to work. This says Adventure Calls. Get to work, I'm just gonna stick over here. Let's get a swimsuit on. I think we'll grab the pink one. So I'm just kind of doing some quick little accents to fill in. And yeah. This gal has a swimsuit. It's actually the same gal, but look how cute that is. So she's going to go. It actually looks like they're friends, like, and they wore the same swimsuit. So put her over here. Okay, so one of the things I do in the middle, and we'll come back and get some accents when I'm done, is I like to put thin washi where it's on the line basically, but it adds decoration. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then I think we will be done. So what's a fun washi? I really love this green jewel tone, but maybe we keep it like this is kind of floral-y. But hopefully it doesn't clash, we'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a line here. So it's on the line so that I'm not going to actually be, well, you know what we should do? I think we'll separate this. Don't worry, I'll get her cut around so you can see her to do my top 3. That could be a good idea. My top 3 for the day. I'm usually getting my coffee. That's what I'm usually doing. But hopefully I'm active and then getting my coffee. So I don't need the 8 a.m. But there we have the top 3. So then I have the one down here, and I'll do one over here. And it just adds a little color there. This one is purposeful and this one's just decorative. So I think we need some headings or something over here. Get it to do, we'll do it to do, I think. It has a gal on there. And we'll put it about here. I think just a couple other small things. So this says live in the moment. It says time to wander with a little summer hat. Okay, I think I want to line the thin washi all the way across the top just for a little extra color and to kind of tie things together. Yeah, I like it well enough. It just looks kind of plain up here now, even though this is a super decorative planner. All right, so it could be plain in here, but we have this colorful timeline. So I think that makes up for this. I think this is enough over here. Yeah, I think it's pretty much enough. Maybe just do like a dividing section here with the washi, and then we'll do another like to do up here in a different color, and then I think that's good enough. What color? This one says busy, and she has a summer hat and a cute summer dress. I'm not sure what else she's carrying. Looks like groceries maybe. And then I guess we have to do that to the other one too. We have to add the washi to this one too. So that gives us like two little sections that I think are gonna be cute. Okay, well, I don't know. The washi doesn't match, but overall I think it's cute and fun. I like it well enough. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna stop. I think the stickers are super cute. It's just, you know, like the positioning, I still feel like I need some work, but I do like it. And for my first week back in a weekly, I was doing the declutter planner as a weekly, and I think towards the end of it, I like really lost the plot. I got like really carried away with stickering in the last one that I didn't even end up using because I switched to Laurel Denise in July. But I actually really like the colors and how fun it is. It's one of the reasons I started with Wrong stickers, because it's really hard to make an ugly spread with Wrong stickers. Her stickers are so beautiful that every spread turns out super cute. Yeah, and we already started with a really colorful and pretty planner. So I think we'll call this a success and we'll get it back into the planner. So I do have a new lighting and camera mount arrangement. So I hope it's more directly overhead is what it's supposed to be. So hopefully that is how it looks to you gals. So we are going to add some stuff to the weekly now, just a few things, and to the monthly and to our regular page. So it's gonna be kind of a long video, but at least we get some planning stuff in here as well as decoration. Yeah. But this is how it looks in the planner. It's super fun, gals, right? I mean, whether it's maybe a little bare in some spots, and I want plenty of room to write. I don't want to over sticker, which is one thing I was prone to do. Well, I've always been prone to doing. So now let's start to fill some things in. So now it's time to start filling some things out. So I'm trying to figure out what all I want to put where, because we're still a week ahead, a little less than a week now. Okay, so for this pre-plan area, I have everything over here. I think I'm just gonna fill in whose birthday. Okay. Cleaning goals and master schedules, and then we have these 3 boxes up here. So I'm actually gonna pop into my Laurel Denise planner and just see kind of how I'd set it up for the month, because this is where I'm kind of acting like this extra page, which is the currently page for Happy Planner, is kind of like this dashboard page. So I think I'm going to do like monthly up here, and that's this section here. a little bit I'm gonna just copy. So I did not do this yet this month. I mean, it's not over, but the self-clean appliances. And I did descale the coffee machine. Not that we don't need to do that again. Vacuum out the sofa. I would like to do that every month. If I can spell that correctly. And let's do one more. With the rugs, I guess we do... I think I'm gonna do wipe cabinets. If I can spell it, cabinets. Okay, so that's a quick monthly. Those are 4 things, so I can definitely get 4 things done right monthly. So I'm also just gonna put weekly here, and I'll put it under since I didn't leave room. This is for me, it's not like, you know, for show. So weekly, I want to still wipe out the fridge. There's a time every week where there's just a lot less in the fridge. So it's an easy wipe out fridge, if I can spell it. And then, I did say sweep porch, but I didn't do it. Let's do wipe all appliances. And I'll put sweep porch again. Yeah, I think that's good enough from this list. Sweep, and I'm gonna have to make it small, porch. So that's 3 weekly items. Let me underline this. All right, and then this is daily. So what I wanna do, I don't have a tracker here in this planner. So I guess I'm just gonna refer to these, like flip over here and refer to them. So daily, let's just say, and this is something I didn't do a couple days last week, a bedtime tidy. And I always get annoyed when I don't do it. It's like not that hard to just pick up a few things. So bedtime tidy. And wipe counters. I wipe the main areas like multiple times a day, but I forget those like corners where you don't really have a lot of stuff. But I do just want to keep everything wiped down, because when you're wiping one area only, all the crumbs go like where you're not wiping. So I just want to make the whole thing wiped down. And then is there anything else daily? How about, I don't know about this, but sweep kitchen. I mean, I want to, okay? So we have a monthly list. Wash the rugs, it's really just bathroom rugs. Self-clean appliances, like put them on the run cycle. Vacuum the sofa, wipe the cabinets. The fronts of all the cabinets, that's bathroom, everything. So weekly, wipe out the fridge. That's not a full deep clean. Wipe all the appliances, the fronts, right? And then sweep the porch. I'd like to do that weekly. Daily, just a quick bedtime tidy. Wipe the counters like everywhere and sweep the kitchen. Right now the kitchen is like every couple days for sweeping. My kids are older, so it's not like it was when they were little where crumbs were everywhere. That was really insane. Now I think, I put down here like this is gonna be a cleaning master list. I don't know if we're gonna leave it that. Let's deal with this section up here. So holidays are on here. Birthdays are on here. So that's, I really like having this section for my main. Monthly goals, they're gonna have to do a cleaning. So, well, one thing is definitely, and this is gonna be on the project planner, but the #1 monthly goal I think is gonna be to continue to declutter. And I'm really gonna say all rooms. And I'm going room by room in my project planner. And then we'll put #2 over here. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but Right now is still from the slab leak. Everything got taken out of the understairs closet, and it's like, you can't imagine how you fit so much stuff in the closet. So that still needs to be kind of dealt with. I've been going through it. It's a little slower than I hoped. So declutter, and so I guess 2 is just going to be organize. Organize. Wait. Org. Hello. Wow. My brain today, right? Just make this into G. Organize. Organize all rooms. Or just all rooms, all rooms. So whatever's left needs to be organized. Now, decluttering is like really what's seen right now. And then eventually I'm gonna have to go through like every bin, every drawer. That's coming in the future, but we're doing like surface stuff right now. I think that's 2 good goals for now. I don't know, since this is my main, should we put like work goals? Nah, I think we'll have plenty of room to do that later. So I'm gonna put my master list here on the monthly, but I'm also gonna have it every weekly. So I know that's rewriting, but the reason I wanna do that is that I wanna have it here so I don't have to look to the past weeklies, although that might be easier, or it might be easier just to come here at the front of the divider. So we'll see whichever one it's gonna be. I do like how this list worked out. So we're gonna say daily rooms. So I like this arrangement. So we have, I'm gonna skip a line and we're gonna do Sunday. And this is just like the focus for that day, but I'm still doing like general pickup and all that stuff. Sunday is gonna be like a deep clean of the kitchen. Monday is the living room. And by the time those 2 days are done, Tuesday, which is today, I am ready to like go into the bathrooms. I have to mentally get ready for that. I mean, 3 teenage boys plus my husband. Okay, Wednesday are the bedrooms. Thursday offices. These do still, like, especially my husband's office needs a deep clean because the dogs love to lay in there. Friday are the stairs and halls. Okay, so that's just my daily room master list that I'm gonna have flip back to weekly. I could do my top to bottom list here, which is like dust, ceilings and walls, blinds, surfaces, doors, lights and floors, floors, vac and mop, and then windows. So that would be like describing what this is. So yeah, I might do that. So let's just say, should we do a, let me scoot this over again. Let's do a little washy line if we can find a good color to separate it. We'll just do this kind of bluish green. I don't have to overthink it, but sometimes I do. Not really sometimes, I often overthink it. And I'm just gonna do it at like this peak here from the scallop and come down. Yeah, perfect. And this is gonna say top to bottom. And then this is just a reference. I usually remember this, but I really do like to have it because every now and then I'm like, oh man, I didn't wipe the switches or whatever, the, you know, the light switches. So top to bottom, we're gonna say dust. Okay, so that's dusting. And then we have vac and mop, So let's put like a little dot so we know it's separate. And then we have windows, if you know, windows and mirrors. Okay, so also the walls would include like any pictures or things that are hanging. I think even though this is on Tidy Up Daily, I'm just gonna say Tidy Up Daily here as my third goal. So even if there's other things I have to do, it at least looks tidy. All right, so that is good for this currently page. It's being used just basically as a pre-plan cleaning page. And using this planner, there was nothing that I felt like I needed to add. So like I didn't come over here and add like in these extra spots. So I do think that that is going to be enough. Now, I know weekly this might get annoying to write, but I think I'm just gonna write the day, maybe just right at the top, or write the, not the day, write the room right at the top. So we have kitchen, living room. Bedrooms, offices, stairs, and hall. I should put entry to the front. Okay. And then, you know, Saturday is day off. So I just added a front entry there real quickly. All right, so that is the rooms for cleaning. Top three, I think, is gonna have to be determined daily. So let's just repeat here, like daily tidy. I'm thinking like the more I write it, will it get in my head and I do it. It's just like simple things, just putting things away. And I can always have help with that with my kids. I can make my kids help with that. So I'm still thinking top three here, which I don't know my top three yet. It's like almost a week away. Appointments or whatever here. Do I have anything? Okay, so I do have, thankfully, finally on the 3rd, I get to go see Joanne. So visit my friend Joanne. That's on the 3rd. Okay. That's the only thing I have planned out. So let's go to the monthly. So I put a box here for Visit Joanne because I'm super excited to finally get to go see my friend. Okay, so Visit Joanne. Put a smiley face. Okay, and then I'm gonna write in the birthdays here. I did already write this in, but not how I liked it. Not that I like it now. So that's Tim's birthday. We're gonna write in first day. Fall is fine. I already wrote in mine and my son's birthday there. Labor Day. My husband, he hasn't said when he gets back yet. So I'm gonna do the line like this. I already did this, but I erased it because I'm not sure if he gets back Monday or Tuesday. But I'm gonna say Marcos's trip. And then I might just erase this line if he's back on Monday and just draw the, you know, the line like this. So that you know it's the end. He's trying to change his flight, so that's why I don't know. He wants to stay one more day with his family, so. All right. Now here, pretty open. What am I gonna put there? I don't know. I might put, I think it could be wise to write like, you know, birthdays in a list here, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just put an appointment. Like I know I want to take my mom. I really wanted to take her today to get out, but I don't have the car right now. My husband has it at the airport. He just left like so early that he just took the car. Okay, clean goals, semester list. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're ready with all we can fill out right now. So I do really like, this is like a pre-planned page and like a master clean page. I could possibly do a habit tracker over here for like tidying up. Like maybe at the bottom. But I honestly think it would probably be more needed here. So maybe I make this into a habit tracker here. Let's do, oh, you know what? I'm like all over the place. What color will work? If I put these dots down, I can just, because she has dots in the back here, Mojo plans boxes. See how she has these dots. And I kind of think these blue ones, these other blue ones match. Actually, any of them could go, right? Because we have a lot of blue on here. I'm still just going to use these. So I'm going to do basically 6 of these, you know, because we have a rest day. And this is going to be my little tracker. Okay, that's cute. I mean, I could have scooted on more centered, but it's fine. So that's a daily tidy. And maybe if I think of something else, I can do like another little like tracker section here. So like one more thing. I mean, anything else I want to do daily, like clean wise? I'm not going to put sweep the kitchen in there because I just don't think. What else do we have daily here? Counters. Oh yeah, we could do wipe the counters. All right, I like it. Okay, busy can be things like returns or other things I might need to run to UPS. It's going to be more errands focused. And then up here, adventure calls, I really don't know yet. So this is really all I can fill out for now. I do wish there was more I could fill out for you gals right now, but this gets the start. I'm really happy with the dashboard, how it turned out, and the master list. Still want something for here. Maybe pre-plan for birthday or holiday here. Okay, but I don't have that prepared. So this is it. We have my husband's trip, visiting Joanne, birthdays, first day of fall, the holidays on here. This is pretty much what this is going to stay like. I don't think there's going to be very much added unless, you know, something comes up, an appointment or something, then I'll put it in with the time. And then here I obviously will add whatever as well. Whenever I do take my mom, maybe this Thursday, maybe Friday, I can take her again when I get the car back. And that's it. So, very cute and decorated spread. I'm actually really, really liking how fun and colorful this is. Very happy with how everything turned out. And I think we're off to a good start as well. So, check back and we will be doing my next planner, which is my budget planner. That we'll see how much we can do in there. So that is it for this video. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper the Plan. In this video, we're decorating my work planner for the first week of September. So we have the monthly done, and we will do some filling in as well. So first thing we have to do every time is just move these guys to the next page. And the reason I have them still on here is I don't know by heart what I'm gonna put where. So these are ideas for now that I have, and I hope they work out like that, but they could be moved around because they're on the post-it if it doesn't work. I just met my page, but that's okay. So here's the first week, and we do have the last day of August, so it's totally appropriate to have August, September up here. Obviously we'll get a 5 for the 2020, and then we just have to change this to Sunday because the 31st is a Sunday, and I do a Sunday start anyway. So I'm gonna grab these pages out. This planner is feeling super heavy with the 7 planners in here. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is just white out the days. And because it's not a cute print, I don't even mind that. But I mean, I would have to white them out anyway because I'm a Sunday start. Okay, we'll white out this 0. So we're gonna put a 5 up there. And I am gonna white out to buy, because this is going to be a video clips that I need to film, right? Is that what it is? Yep, B-roll. And those are really for my other channel. I don't do B-roll for this channel. I'm gonna leave focus, even though it may not be what it's gonna be because of how cute it is, and Aaron's as well. And you can see, you guys see the sketch florals on this page. Such a cute planner, I love it. But we are going to be using, actually we can do the days first. And I don't know, so we have black numbers. Should we go with the black days? I think we can. So let's just grab the Mojo Jojo Date It in the black. Okay, so let's do the 5, but I want to kind of match that color if I can. And she doesn't really have that exact color in here. But we do have this green. I think I'm going to choose purple. Why not? And let's see if that covers it up. All right. Well enough. Okay, so to our stickers. Now, the stickers I wanted to grab for this week are here. And I know they don't really match at all, but look how cute they are. And they're like the edge of summer, right? So I wanted to get them on here. I'm gonna grab this full page out. I didn't do that last time, and I was like annoyed when I was editing my video, like, why didn't you just grab it out? When you don't grab the page out, you just have to keep flipping back, you know, like, where is it? So having the page out, I like it. No rain, no flowers, which I know there's not gonna be a lot of flowers left. There might be some end of summer flowers or early fall flowers, but it's raining today right now, so I think that's kind of fun and appropriate. This says present over perfect, keep dreaming, learn from yesterday, live. I'll read them while we're putting them on. I'm thinking of doing some layer, like boxes, like the keep dreaming. It kind of looks like 2 sets, like a floral set and then a like school or something set, but I'm gonna combine them. We're gonna work them together. Yeah, I definitely could do it like this, but I think I just want to mix it up. And in my mind, that will help combine these 2 sets, you know, that don't really go together. So let's put this like up here. And this kind of, I don't want to cover a lot of it because it's super cute. Keep dreaming, I like it. Now we'll do these glasses, and I think we're gonna do them with this floral. Present, not perfect. Somewhere over here. Very similar style. Okay. Now we have no rain, no flowers, and we have plan a happy life. So I think I'm gonna do no rain, no flowers over here. And then we will do, I don't want to cover that up, so I guess we just put it up here. And then I can definitely write around this list with that sticker there. And then we just have these circles that are kind of fun, and I'm just gonna kind of put all over. This says, oh, what does it say? Make things happen. I like that for work. Live life with a little spice. That's fun. We'll put that like here. Wild at heart. Now, why am I using all these, gals? It is your best guess. You know, I just like to use and finish the page. So Like, I wouldn't leave like these 4 stickers. I'm just gonna put them somewhere. They will go somewhere. Focus on happy. That's fun. Can't really focus on that in real life, but it's a nice idea. Shine bright. Ooh, I love this yellow. And look, we don't even have yellow over here, so it has to go. Has to go. Why don't we put it like up here maybe? Shine bright. So that's 3 circles over here. We need 1 more over here. Where are you gonna go? This says every moment matters. I like that. Sometimes happy planner quotes, I'm like, what are you talking about? But these ones I like. Okay, so then we have 2 big ideas. And then that page is done. Yay! And we'll get some washi. Now, I know if you have a planner like this where this color is here, you don't have to match it. It's your choice. You might want to match it. I am not somebody who really has to match it. I know that probably drives some people crazy, so I'm sorry if that is driving you crazy. I use the stickers I want to decorate with, and I honestly recommend that unless you're like doing a spread on Instagram. I don't put my spreads on Instagram, and this is why, because they look like this. But it's not the only reason. I went on Instagram recently when I was doing Laurel Denise planners, and I was just like, what is this place? It is just not it's not my place. I'm not an Instagram gal. All right, so what's really great about this planner is because this is all decorative, I don't have to have this corner done. This spine here is decorated, so I don't feel like I always have to have something here. I think it's actually pretty cute. Let's get some washi on. Now washi. What colors? Washi is always my problem, but I think I'm gonna grab this. It's Brave and Beautiful, Fierce and Fabulous, Hustle and something. Hustle and Hard, I think. So this is for my work planner. So let's just give myself inspirational quotes to keep going, because I gotta tell you. So this is just perfect for work. For the focus. I'll move that 2025 on top. I don't know, I've been doing some layered washi lately. Let's see if I find something to layer with this, but I might just pick another color for the middle. I like to do that sometimes too. We are like a little plain right in here. I know that's probably not the best way to plan or, you know, design your spread, is like always making the empty spots put something in them. I know that's not the best way. Maybe we do these stripes again we did earlier, because as sad as I'm gonna be when this is gone, I know it's gonna be gone someday, so. Just see how the washi can just fill in that spot there that looks kind of bare. I like that about washi. Oh, and then, oh no, not again. The cardboard end, you know? Eek. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this part out because, you know, it takes a while to get this peeled off. Okay, so these small scraps are all I was able to get off. There's still a lot on there, but I'm gonna try it. This is when I need my craft glue. Oh, and I just ripped the last part that was sticky, but maybe, see how it's like just cardboard there. Maybe I can sticky it with the last piece. That little bit of sticky. No, no. It's not gonna work for me. Okay. I will probably tape it on for now. So I have a tiny bit of this double-sided sticky. I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe I can cut it into tiny strips. So annoying. I was so close, gals. If I was able to get it off, and if I knew it was at the end, I probably could have gone a little slower. And this is just speculation. I don't really know if it would have worked. And then, you know, been able to peel it off. But as is, this thing is crazy stuck on. I think it'll hold it. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. So that is another washi done. All right, we are going to call this done because the washi is on The stickers are on and I like it well enough. So I like the phrases. I think it helps, you know, get you in the work mode. Now, using classic stickers in a Big Happy Planner, it can work. You could layer this with boxes if you didn't want to use the decorative stickers. And you can add quotes, which I could have added quotes, but I want to leave plenty of room to write as well. So I actually think it's cute enough. I like it. What do you guys think? When I was using my 2-page daily, the spreads, there were so many of them that I didn't really like. They were cute enough, but I was only going to use them for one day. Now that I'm using it for a whole week, I'm using weeklies. If I don't like the spread enough, I have to look at it for the whole week. But honestly, once I open it up and I just see some cute stickers, I'm always pretty happy. I'm not that picky when I'm going to write in it, and I just get to work and write in it. So let's get a couple things in here filled out, and then we will also fill out some of our goals over here. We are getting pretty close to the end of August, so I'm really glad I'm getting this started and set up right now. Now I'm going to come in here and just look for, I don't know if there's a perfect color. I kind of like this one still. I use that in, did I use it in my budget or my main? I don't know, either way. Let's separate, okay, well let's write out first. And I think I want to use some boxes. I have these out on my desk and they're pretty, so let's use these. Okay, so since notes is pretty much centered, I'm going to put this one in the center. I love this purple. Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to count the grids across, so hold on. Okay, so about 13 each is what we're doing. That's a subscriber count on the 1st, and then on the 31st, then we will do watch time. All right, so just a little chart to keep track of everything. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now I could have done like a column here and then made 3 across. Then I wouldn't have to keep rewriting that. So maybe next month I'll do that. And then let me just underline these so they kind of separate it. All right, and then I have some space down here on these two. I might do some other kind of tracker, like remove these lines and just do general tracker, but we'll see. All right, yeah. I do think I will, let's cut this and then maybe we can just make it go across because we don't need it after that. We'll leave it to like right here. Give a little room in case I want to make a note. Yeah, not bad. All right, now down here, monthly goals. So I'm basically gonna put, you know, each channel. And then I have 2 extra goals down here that we can fill out later. Special days, we will just white out and put the correct dates here. I like it. I like it so far. I know there's still stuff to figure out, but it's a good start. Let me check what I did with my Laurel Denise, because this is why I even have the dashboard idea from the Currently is because I use this planner and she has these dashboards in here that you can see all month, which is really nice. Let me see what else I have in here. Subscribers and watch time, which is not the end of the month, so we haven't updated that. Just video ideas. yeah, I think that's it. So that's all I wanted to have. And that is all on here. It all fit on here, so that's nice. So the only thing, obviously, with the World of Denise is right there all the time. You can see it, you know, 24/7 when you have your planner open. This I'm gonna have to flip back to. We're gonna have to get some bookmarks set up in here. I don't know, it could be kind of crazy. We'll see how I'm gonna do it. But I think that looks really good. Now, for the monthly, I'm writing what videos go live, and I already know what video is gonna go on, and this is going to be the planner flip through. So, you know, I have a sticker there. I put the sticker there because obviously this isn't part of the month. A few second voice over here just to say that this didn't end up staying like this. So I'm fast forwarding because I'm showing you what I did originally, but this is going to change in this video just later on. But you can see I just have a key. I'm adding the videos on what days, but I have a little bit of a crisis coming up on this exact planner. So stay tuned for that. There will be a couple of fast forwards and quick clips of voiceovers in this video, but most of the video will be normal and not with the voiceover. I just wanted to let you know there are some mess ups coming, so stay tuned for all of that. But basically there'll be 4+ videos on this channel every week, and then I just have to start working on my other ones, which I have been working kind of lightly. All right, so here's the weekly. Now for the weekly, this is simply like what I'm gonna do next week. In general. Okay, I guess it was a little sooner than I thought. So here is the planner crisis part. I'm filling out the week and everything's going really well until I get over to the dailies. And when I get to the dailies, I start to realize that I need 3 sections for work. So I did my key, which I like the highlight idea, but here I am making washi and 3 sectioning off every single day of the dashboard layout, which looks crazy and chaotic. I do not like it at all. At first I'm just going with it, but then when I sat back and looked at how busy it was, it started to bother me. So this is the crisis part. I think this is the last and only voiceover, and we're gonna see what I'm gonna do to fix all of this right about now. So I was looking at this and thinking, because every day has to have 3 sections, wouldn't it just be better to make this? I mean, this first week, we'll leave it like this, but what if I make this now my wellness planner, so I don't have to cut all the pages apart, or all the days apart, and then make my wellness planner, which is super cute, into my work planner, because I need 3 sections. It makes more sense. I have 3 sections already in my wellness planner, and I don't have to do this like weird line thing, which just totally ruined the look for me. I'm like a little grumpy about it. So this will now be my wellness planner starting the week of the 7th. So the first week we have to, you know, just go through this. And then this will be my work planner, which is super fun and cute. Maybe it'll make me excited to work with the 3 sections, 1 for each channel. So that will be next week. But for this week, we will grin and bear it and just get through this kind of craziness over here. The idea was good, but the execution is just not great for a dashboard planner. So we will move it to a vertical planner. So I was thinking about it a little longer, and I think I'm gonna switch instead the Bible planner to the work planner, because it's just this, and then I can do the Bible planner as the dashboard. And I think that'll work really well because I can do main ideas and people like over here from the Bible reading and like thoughts, and then here I can just write like what the actual day's reading was about. So this is now going to be the Bible planner. My wellness planner, I really just want to keep it that one because it's super cute. So Bible planner, which I've used a dashboard as a Bible planner before and I really did like it. So this is going to stay wellness, and then the work planner is now going to be this one. So I don't know how I'm going to do it for this week because I already set up that weekly. I think I could, yeah, we might just refilm this entire video, and I'll still put this one on because we make mistakes, right? And so then we have to fix them. So I might refilm this whole video and make this now my work planner, and pop out really just the first week of this, even though I did a really good job there. The monthly, yeah, I might have to grab another monthly. Maybe just grab 4 of these pages out, because even if I finish this week in this planner and then switch to a Bible planner, I guess I could do that. These spots, so then I would only have to switch out this page. I think that's doable. Yeah. So maybe I will finish out this week in the dashboard, even though I'm not really loving like what happened here, which is what I did. It's not what happened. So I'll finish this week, then next week switch to the Bible planner, and then we'll finish. I guess we'll start. Oh, so this is the thing I was saying. Do I really want to start the month and get all this ready for the Bible planner if it's going to switch to a work planner? So that's what I'm thinking. I still have this Bible planner to set up. Either way, I'm going to think about that, but just know this is going to be the new work planner. It's super cute, and it has all the space that I'm going to need. When I set it up, I will want to set this up again as the dashboard of tracking my stats. And I could just pop this page, even though it doesn't match. Let's just do this for a second here. You know, sometimes, because this is blank and it was just paper clipped to there, which is another reason I'm glad I didn't glue it. So I'm still kind of working stuff out. We could just pop this one out. Pop this one in, and I think it matches well enough. It's not perfect, right? So then I don't have to redo that one or waste that page. Okay. And then I have the monthly started over here. Where am I? I could just white these out. It's pretty quick. I could put a box here. All right, let's do some of these things that I'm talking about here. What color will work? I think this deep color, it doesn't really match. Let me grab these ones will match, my jewel tones. So we're just running, you know, correction here. Let's do this dark blue. Okay. I'm so frustrated with myself. So we put this here. It pretty much covers that, and actually this is erasable. What am I thinking? I should erase it first and then I'll put the box on. The thing that's not going to erase is the highlighter. I did not use erasable highlighter. So we'll erase this. Oh, the friction pen to the rescue. I mean, when you erase a lot like this, it doesn't look good, but it's okay. Now, before I erase all these, I'm going to need to copy them to the new planner. I just wouldn't have put Labor Day on a Bible planner or Patriot Day on a Bible planner, although that's fine. And I don't even have that much over here where I can still make this for Bible. Okay. Okay, this is going to work. So the only page I need to take out is this one. And I will replace it with its, like, friend. After all that work, right? June. Ah, okay, June will work. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to put this page in the June so it's not confusing. Now we do lose the September over here. So let me white it out so that when I come flip here, I know that I messed this up. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little tab that says June. So, okay, and then maybe I can find a use for this page. you know, somewhere. The only problem is, I mean, look how cute the stickers were, and now my spreads are not gonna match. So, a little bit of a crisis here. We'll grab out that book again. Since I took the other one, I think we could do that for 1 month. Just kind of mix them up. Yeah. It's a little confusing, but that way, so this will be the Bible I'll set up in a different video. I'm going to move all these to my new work planner, and I will decorate this page and re-day it and everything off camera, and I'll show you guys in a little bit. Let me get to work. So I'm a little surprised, but I was able to carefully remove all the stickers that were here on this page and put them on this page just how they were. Because when I was looking through the book, I was like, how am I going to match, you know, the florals, the glasses, the glasses, the florals, how am I going to match that again? And none of the other stickers had it, so I just slowly peeled them off. I did peel off the washi because if you remember, this was the last bit of that washi, but I did use new top and bottom. I thought that was kind of hard to get off, so this whole thing can now go on back on the shelf, and I still have this page if I need it, which, you know, I might. At least need the back side, and this is going to go back on the shelf. And this is saved. So now I will use, still transfer these over, use this as my Bible dashboard for this month. Next month I'll correct it, and this will just be my Bible planner for next month. And I wouldn't have decorated with these quotes. I don't really like to do that in a Bible planner. If I had paid attention, or if I had decided this was a Bible planner on time, but since I didn't, it's okay. It's gonna work for this week. And then we will jump over here to the work planner. Now I do need to kind of rearrange everything. So let's do that real quickly. I really want work right after my main day, so I don't even know why it was behind budget. So let's just kind of start to move things around real quickly. What makes sense to my brain is to have my main, and then we'll scoot this over here. Then work. So paper clip this back together. Okay, then I want wellness. And what we have here is budget. So, and we have budget and Bible now. So let's take actually the budget out. Actually, we can leave budget in. Yeah, that will be right before Bible. So I like Bible in the back because it doesn't get like interrupted or mixed in. It's kind of like its own thing back there. It's easy to flip to. Oops, okay. We are gonna get there. So flip in front of budget. Yeah. So main, which is time blocking and cleaning, work. Here is wellness. Then we will do project, which is this one. This is the last one. Nope. And then we have journal. So we'll take out journal 2. I think journal could go right before Bible. So now this is Bible. This really gorgeous floral, which I'm really happy with it being Bible. I think it's going to be beautiful. I just wish I hadn't used those stickers. They're kind of like school-like, but it's okay. Or like, I don't know, goal-focused. Good for work. Next week we'll correct it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, the stickers. Just my preference. So here is journal. And then before budget again, we are just going to pop in project. And we'll get all of these paper clips together how they're supposed to be, and then we'll look at the flow. So I know I uploaded these differently on the channel, so we'll start changing the order as well, but This is gonna flow much better for how my brain works. Paper clips. Paper clips are my friend. I just wish they held a little better. It's almost like they barely hold the paper at all. They just slide right off. Okay, and then do we have this one? These two have to be paper clips. And I think we're almost done with our little rearranging. Let's go to the beginning. Main, cleaning, and time blocking. Next, the new work planner with the Bible dashboard, but that's okay. It goes well enough. So this is gonna be the work planner, which we're gonna set up now in a different video because this video is probably long enough. Maybe we'll still set it up in this video. Wellness, because that's where my brain goes next. And then projects. Projects are like end of the day stuff, middle of the day stuff when I have time. Then we jump into budget, which makes sense behind projects. It's also meal plan and grocery back here. And then we jump into journal. And then we jump into our new Bible with the wrong currently, but that's okay, in this beautiful dashboard. So actually the monthly is fine for Bible. So once we get these off and maybe white out the purple, I think we'll be fine. We might move the holiday stickers back to work because I have them on there for work so that I know that I may not get as much done those days. But oh yeah, I feel so much better about that. I can't believe I tried to do that. That was such a mess. Okay. Just delete that from your memory because this is going to be the new work planner setup, and we will get this now set up. We already have the stats, so I'll look at the page that I have in the other planner. Maybe we got rid of it a little too quickly and put it up a little too quickly. And I will get this set up. I think we can do that off camera and then I will flip back on when I have it all done. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, let's go over what I did to just kind of change everything. We now moved this to work. I have the first week's videos listed for this channel, hopefully soon other channels, but I did end up taking all the stickers off of this and all the washi off of this, and it actually looks better now that the washi's off, even with these, you know, marks. It looks messy and busy, but better. But I'm still glad that I put the washi on because I don't think I would have panicked quite as much if I hadn't. And overall, I think the vertical with one section for each channel is going to work so much better than just this little section here. I also think the dashboard is going to work better for the Bible planner. So I don't love this decoration for Bible planner first day because I don't really like to do quotes, you know, next to any type of scripture. I just, you know, I try to keep it separate. But I do think we could have a people section up here for the whole week, a place section for the whole week, main ideas for the whole week. It says big ideas there, or important. And then I could put like some lessons over here, and then just on the day write a verse with the reference of what I'm reading up here, and then a verse that I want to remember there. So yeah, this dashboard's gonna work. Okay, so I'm really happy with this as the Bible, although not happy with the decoration. But what I did is I grabbed the green washi that was like coming down and like making everything look crazy, and I just did double washi on some of the sections. So I pulled it all off the page. It didn't rip, which was really nice. The only thing I didn't save is this top and bottom washi. It just was starting to rip. It's got really good, I guess, stick. So I just put another piece on top and bottom. So that's the only thing that's still on this page. This page I think could be still whited out and used, or it could even be, let's take this Labor Day sticker off. It could even be used as a notebook page. So It's not going in the trash or anything or recycle. It will be saved in the book. I'm still gonna pop it in that June section where I took this extra page out, this June page. So I'm gonna pop it back there in case I do need that page and I can make it work. So back to the work planner now. I'm actually really happy with this. And what I love, okay, work, I do the work hours and hours every day. So I love that it's super pretty and colorful with florals. And then in the weekly, it's this bright, cheerful color as well. I'm not saying it's gonna be that all the time, but I am gonna put Labor Day. I guess we'll put it down here because I think I'm probably gonna have a little less to write down on this last section. So for now, this whole thing across is going to be this channel, Tamper with a Plan. This whole middle is going to be my home cleaning channel, which is still hasn't had a video for over a year. And this is gonna be the slower paced fitness channel that I have down here, and that also hasn't had a video for a year, which is a shame. So I'm really hoping to get these two have a video at least by the end of this week, which I keep saying that. That is a goal. One of these days it's gonna happen. So there's just a lot of like rearranging and stuff I have to do before I can start the home channel, and then the wellness channel, that's a whole nother thing, but I could at least maybe do a content video on both of those, like 10 reasons or something like that. That's the plan. So yeah, work planner. It's gonna work really well. So I have B-roll and video ideas. That's what I have here. I didn't label them. I just put appointment and then appointment. And I know what they're supposed to be. So if I need more room for video ideas, I think I could come over here and do some here too. And then I also left space here for video ideas. And in that case, I will be using the highlighters to show which channel, and I'm just gonna keep using these highlighters even though they don't match this spread. I don't have to use them on the weekly. I do use them like over here on the notes, so I think that's fine. So no matter what the spread looks like, I think it'll be fine just to have them on the side, and I will be using them on the monthly, which these match. This is why I chose these three for this monthly. So next month I can switch it up depending on what the decoration for the monthly looks like. Okay, but crisis averted. This dashboard is from the original, and then the original now has this floral dashboard. It doesn't match, but I still think it flows well enough. And this will have to all be changed to things about the Bible. I think I'm just gonna put a long box there, which is kind of a shame because I do love currently's, but I think it has to, or I can just white them out and write something else. It needs to be more tailored towards, you know, the Bible reading for the month. So we'll figure out how we're gonna do that when we get to the Bible planner. These highlight areas are gonna need to be whited out. And then I think, because we didn't get too far in it, I did move all like the holiday and birthday stickers, except Yom Teruah, because, you know, that's in the Bible. So yeah, I think this is gonna work out really well, especially when I get, you know, less cutesy decoration for the second week. All right, so that is it for the work planner. So now we have two planners set up. The main planner, and we gotta get going because it's Wednesday of the week before. So it's the Wednesday, you know, it's still in August. What is today? 27th? I still have a couple days, but I have a lot of other things I need to get done too, not just planning. The first planner set up as much as possible, and then this planner set up as much as possible. Oh, but actually, oh, I do have something to write, so this is why I turned the camera back on. We are gonna do this first day, and again, this is the Tamper with the Plan on top. I put it on top because it's the one I do most videos for. There's just a lot of planning content that I have right now. Edit. So what I'm gonna put here is just, I'm gonna continue this out actually. And we're gonna say week 1, wellness, and then what's after wellness project. So those I want to edit, and then we'll say and upload. But those are the videos that I want to edit and have edited probably by the end of Sunday. Okay, so here I'm gonna put film, and I want to film my B-roll. I think it just has to still be like declutter. So I'm leaving this box for something else, and then I'm just gonna put the declutter. And what I'm talking about is all the stuff that I had to move out of my son's closet because of the slab leak where they went in through the wall and fixed the pipe. But the wall's not fixed yet, so I am not putting everything back in the closet, but I'm also probably not gonna put very much back in that closet because it was actually kind of hard to get to. We never went in there, so I want to move like it's like their board games and stuff and puzzles. I want to move those where they're more accessible. So declutter, and I'll say and organize. So everything's kind of still everywhere because I'm also going through it. When you pull everything out of the closet, they recommend not doing that because it's just a mess everywhere for days. And this has been weeks actually. But I kind of tucked it in the corner and now I'm slowly starting to pull it out. So it's like now it's really in the way. It's not tucked over. So that has to be done. And then for my last one, for the wellness, I do want to practice the video. So I have a video written, I need to practice it. And then maybe write another video. Video 2. All right, so that's just for Sunday, what I'm thinking. But as I said, we're a couple days ahead, so we'll see when it comes down to it what is left to do. But that is why I'm writing in my friction pen. But that is it for this video. We just got our work planner set up after a little mini crisis. We have our dashboard set up. We have our colors chosen. And here's my little key down here for what colors for what. For the monthly and for the sidebar, I also have the little key here on the weekly. And then I have my sections, chosen. So this is gonna go well. This is gonna go well as a work planner. Okay, so stay tuned because the next video is going to be setting up my wellness planner. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamara the Plan. I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamara the Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating our wellness planner. This is the 4th planner in here that we've decorated for the weekly. And the monthly turned out super cute, but I did dip into my fall stickers because the theme already on the page was apples and apples. So I just went into my fall stickers to get some more apples and just really top it off with some apple decorations. We will get to writing in some of this soon, but let's get these sticky tabs moved because this is what we're actually doing today is going through and decorating the weekly. This is going to be more of a normal planner. It's going to be wellness, but it's going to be more of a daily like things to do and get done. So I need to kind of decorate a little differently is what I'm trying to say. All right, so for my wellness, I really want to focus on stickers that I love. Not that I don't love all Happy Planner stickers, they're fine. I really love Wrong stickers. So I'm going to do Coffee Queen in this. It's really fun. But before we get to that, and before I forget, let's read date and read day. I wanted to look at the black numbers and see if I had really big ones that could cover these up. Maybe we will do purple because we have a little purple in the September here. I mean, let's see if we even have them from Wrong or from Mojo Jojo Plants because I have been using this for all year so far. The 31 is going to cover perfectly. So that's good. The 1 is not. Okay, so this is how it looks. And a couple of the days you can just see white out on this side. But I don't think it's super noticeable or bad. And oddly, Thursday, the Y is light blue instead of purple. That's just how the print came out. Okay, that is done. So now we are ready to decorate. And I don't know why I insist on purple for that. I guess it is my favorite color. But I think I want to do the gals that have like the brown, but they do have some purple mix. So I think it'll be fine. So let's grab these gals out. And we're just going to get into it with the Coffee Queen. got down here. Sticker got a little wrinkled. There we go. And then we will white this September out and put her up here. Is she gonna fit? Maybe we'll do something else up there. So one of the reasons I do like these colorful lines is look, it's like she's leaning on an edge, which would not happen if you didn't have the colorful line. All right. I'm gonna work at this page a little. So we have this laptop. It says Emily Paris. Journal, croissant, coffee, cell phone, 2 cups of coffee, a book. What does the book say? Something Paris. Anyway, cute sticker here. And I'm gonna put it up here. So let's say I get really active on Wednesday. I'm just gonna write really small, so that will be fine. I need something for over here, so let's see. I know we have boxes in here. I think we can get this in somewhere. It'll go across all 4, so that's nice. It's slightly crooked, but so let's just get it a little straighter. But you can see I love that there's no shadowing on wrong boxes. You don't see all those numbers under there, which is great. This giant cup of coffee. That's what I want. Happiness comes in coffee mugs. That's cute. And I'm going to put that up here with her. If it fits. Let's see if it fits. It's going to come close. No. Okay. We'll put it down with this other gal. Caffeine Queen. Coffee goes with my outfit. We're gonna do espresso yourself here instead. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is put a couple of the bullet dots. And like we have all of these. So I think I'm just going to go down the row here and just give each one a little bullet dot. Okay, so instead of this here, I still want to use it because it's a brown flower. So maybe we kind of put it over here. And then I think we're going to just use a couple beans, kind of like if they fell out of the bag. That could be fun. And there are a couple beans in here. Although they're giant to fall out of that bag. That's okay. The idea is fun. Okay, I like it. I don't even think it needs a washi because we had this strip in the middle. And it's super fun. I love Wrong. And I love, I said red and purple on my note. I didn't do that, did I? I love how this turned out. So super, super cute and fun. Let's get it back in the planner. So now that I have the separate sections for the wellness, where I'm actually gonna write on the monthly what I did for a workout if I did work out, and then what I did for self-care if I did self-care. So that's gonna be over here on the monthly. And I started doing that in my Laurel Denise, and it just helped me realize what I could do with my wellness monthly. But what I was kind of missing is a place of what I wanted to do. For instance, you know, do I want to do strength, then cardio, then, you know, strength again, you know, on the days. So this is where I'm gonna plan what I want to do. The reason I didn't really like doing that in my 2-page daily from Happy Planner that I was making from Happy Planner pages is because I would write it for just one day, and if I didn't do it, I just wouldn't check it out. So check it off. So I was writing it because that's what was gonna be on that day. But I didn't do it, so then I didn't get to check it off. This is gonna be different because it's like a pre-plan of what I wanna do for the workout on the weekly, and then what I actually do on the monthly to go back and look. So it's still too early to fill out the monthly, but I can start pre-planning the workouts in the weekly. So it's gonna be workouts up here, self-care here, and then food down here. And yeah, I think it's gonna just help me track, especially like the food will help me track like my moods. So I might do moods kind of in here. This is gonna be like tracking, self-care and tracking. This is gonna be movement and food. And then I can kind of tell like if my food is affecting my moods, which we all know it does. But maybe it'll convince me to, you know, adjust accordingly. So let's get filling out what we can. So we are setting up the wellness planner. We have already set up the main planner, and we're really talking for the first week here, where we have some things written in and some things have to be waited to be planned. Dashboard pages are done on, that was main, and this is now work. If you're confused, work got switched up into a vertical. This was originally the Bible planner. We also did the budget planner, which I've now popped back here, where I did my meal planning. Nothing has been spent on September yet because it's not September. So nothing can really go on the monthly right now. I have my weekly meal dinner list. Started with my grocery budget and some grocery list items for the first week. So that's what we're doing in this video. It's just kind of basic of what we can fill in right now. A little like half a week left before we start. So I'm using these currently pages as like dashboard pages. And for this one, I think I'm going to use it mostly as a currently. So that is what we're going to be doing here. Okay, so for September, I'm going to put like a main focus up here, and it is going to be sleep and movement. If I can get these two down in September, really started with a head start. I think in October I can do something like self-care. So we're gonna assume that I get this done. Self-care, which I know sleep is a part of self-care, so is, you know, exercising, but I'm talking like more detail, like maybe actually like file my nails or give myself a pedicure or something like that. I don't know. I would love to start reading again, so I don't make time for that right now. So those are the two things that I'm gonna have like as my main focus for September and my possible main focus for October. We'll see how everything works out. Now, as for a currently page, I know a lot of gals will go fill this out after September. I like to fill it out like what am I doing when I'm going into September, because it makes more sense to me. It's before the monthly. It's kind of like the prequel to September, like how is everything going into September, and then you go into the monthly and the weeklies. If you don't fill out the currently before September, a lot of gals just forget, you know? So I'm just keeping ahead and I'm doing it the way that my brain works, and this is what I'm doing going into September. Reading, it's really listening to, so I'm going to say Audible, and it's just a random stories of Agatha Christie. I'm going to use this as a workout list. I know it says celebrate, but we also have these remember days down here. So I think I'm going to put holidays and birthdays, finish the list down here, and celebrate can be the workouts, because I was wondering where I'm going to put them. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I said self-care there. I think we can do this on the weekly, so. All right, so that's just kind of a list of things I want to focus on with the workouts at top underlined. And then we'll finish out this list and I'll go in order. So September 18th. I did fall and Yom Teruah out of order. Ah, so annoying. That's okay. So those are the list of the days, and I just have that in the wellness because first day of fall is a nice thing, Yom Kippur is a nice thing, birthdays, all of that is nice for self-care. Monthly goals. We're gonna say exercise. So how would you do monthly goals after the month is over? That's why I think this is like for before, but I know nobody uses it like that, but I like to use it like that. Okay, so exercise, I want to do 4 times per week, and I can say 4+ times per week. All right, so that is all filled out from my focuses to all of my currently. And it's fun putting this to paper, just like thoughts of like what you're excited about, what you're doing right now, because you don't really think about it. You just go about your day. And then my goals and then my dates. So that is all done. Nothing's going to be able to be filled out right now. It's only going to be able to be filled out when I do a workout and when I do something for self-care. So that's what this monthly is going to be used for. Exercise on top, self-care on the bottom. And I'm probably going to use 2 different highlighters to kind of mark that. So that'll be fun. What we have over here is checklist of self-care to get done. This is self-care that I want to do this month. I would love to go get a pedicure, but you know, when you don't have an income, that is not going to help, or that is not going to happen. So I'm going to do self pedicure. Then I'm going to do face mask times 2. So these are things I absolutely want to get done. And then, I mean, I guess I can just mark it off if it's done, and I'll leave it space. I can come back and add something else if I think of something else. But I don't want to get carried away because I just know that I'm not going to do it. So self pedicure, face mask. What else do I want to do? I think I want a good nighttime routine. We'll say face routine. Now this is self-care if time. So what are some things I can do if time? I want to do roller on my face, on tummy. This would be so easy to do if I would just do it, right? Like it doesn't even take that long. My thighs. This is supposed to help circulation and help with lumpiness, we'll say. And then with face, you know, help with wrinkles. So yeah, we'll do that. That's good enough for there. Exercise per week, check to get done. Exercise per week. So we're gonna say like, we'll put exercise here. I would actually love to get back into bar as well, but I don't really have a place to set up my bar, so we'll see about that. But we're saying per week I want 3 times strength. What I tend to do is just jump on the teeter. It's just so easy to do. And then we'll say 2 times cardio, which is the teeter. You just sit on it, you can watch your shows, and you just like move. And it does do some strength. You can add resistance, but it's technically just like a really easy workout. It's definitely better than nothing. I would also like to walk, and we'll say 3 times. Plus, it's gonna be like a 5 to 15 minutes of walking like at night. Just kind of like walk in place, walk back and forth, walk side to side, like very Leslie Sansone. And then is there anything else? I do want to do extra squats. We'll see if that happens. And that can be on the Aero Pilates machine. I originally last month was going to say on the Total Gym, but I haven't set my Total Gym up, so I don't think it's going to happen. I think just use what's already there. Okay. So that's what I want per week. 3 times strength, 2 times cardio, 3+ times walk. Walk is technically cardio, but it's also easy and relaxing. And then extra squats. Yeah. I think that's good. So the monthly, that's basically all that we can do on here. Back to the weekly. Okay, I have this somewhere, don't I? Did I take them all off? I thought I had this planned out. This is close enough that I think I can do some goals. Okay. And then this is movement up here. So what I was thinking is planning it out. It's just what I learned in my 2-page daily is I write it down, and then if I don't do it, it's written down for nothing. Because what I write what I actually do on here, the monthly, but I can check it off here if I do it. So I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna maybe plan strong, but goals, I was gonna say increase self-care. Okay, let's get in here. Work out 4 times plus. 4 times plus. Strength focus. What are some other goals? Sleep. Early bedtime. We can say drink water. A lot of times I do, but a lot of times it's actually right before bed, which is so annoying because then I have to get up at least once or twice to use the restroom. Important. What is going to be important? You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my July, no, my August self-care, and just kind of look at it. So this was the Laurel Denise self-care. I was using a self-care, and I have all these things written in the front. So, like extra squats. Oh, stair stepper. I forgot about that. Oh, eye and face exercises. It's like face yoga. Okay, so I'm gonna write face yoga. I'm not gonna call it yoga. That's not what I call it. Facercise is what I learned it as in my 20s. I know that's like the Facercise is like the official name for a certain type. I don't even know if I spelled it right, but that's where I first got introduced to it. So I want to do some of those for aging skin because obviously there's muscles in your face. You know, just like everything can sag unless you keep it muscular. So this is important, and that is important. And then I'm going to say eye exercise, even though it's similar. Eye exercises are important if you are staring at a screen a lot, like I do, under a lot of bright lights, like this light that's right up here. That's super bright. So eye exercises are really important. What else do I have here? I'm going to do the same thing, keep in touch. And I'm horrible at this. I am actually like incredibly antisocial. So keeping in touch is like effort. So I do need to write it in there because it is important to keep in touch with your friends. I'll say stretch too. If I am not stretched out, sometimes my hip can cause a lot of pain at night. Yeah, I'm that old. And it's hard to sleep. So stretching. Don't forget. I think there's plenty of things to not forget. So. Don't forget lower carbs. Oh my goodness, like carbs are so good. It's so mean that they store so easily as fat. That's so annoying. Lower carbs. Don't forget, I'll say skincare. Okay, I'm definitely gonna put to read my Bible. You can catch up, you know, with the Parsha at the end of the week, but I really like to spread it out throughout the week. And then we will say, I'm gonna say journal, because it's not really something I like to do yet. I am liking it, okay, but I want to just, you know, have it as an outlet to do a brain dump. Okay, that is all for now. Now I think we do an overview looking at our goals and kind of think about some things. So our goal is work out 4 times a week. So let's put 5 on the schedule. I want to focus on strength. And I think Sunday is a really good day to start out. So I'm going to do, let's do an arrow. Let's do a full. Okay, so that's Sunday. Monday, let's do a teeter. And I want to do 20 plus minutes. And let's do a vibration plate 1 time. Okay. Then Tuesday, let's do arrow. And let's do leg focus. Legs. I also think we schedule like inverting, right? And we'll zoom in a little. I'm sorry, gals. We schedule in inverting. So that that would probably go under self-care, which is that what I'm doing next. Did I move everything? I think we'll put invert down here on Sunday. I think it's a great way to start the week. Okay, so we'll do invert down here. Arrow legs. Good, now we'll flip over. This is gonna be cardio, so let's do these rebound. And then let's on leg day actually come back and do the stepper. So stepper 100 plus. Okay. Leg day will be extra squats anyway. So now we will do Thursday. This is like if I listened to myself, what I would do. And I would do arms, strength again. And then we could round up Friday with the teeter 20 plus minutes. And then we will also do, again, we're just gonna shoot for it, vibration plate 1 time through. All right. Okay, so we need to do at the end of each night, let's say walk 10. Okay. And walking can be gentle enough, it can be added, you know, to a daily thing. So I'm just gonna say walk 10 on every night. We'll see if I do it. Do I have room down here? Walk 10. We don't have a lot of room here. We'll just put it here. But this whole box is movement. So, walk 10 minutes. We have the room, so we'll write it out. And then we'll say walk 10 minutes. My husband and I were gonna start going on a walk. I just don't think it's ever gonna happen. Like a nightly walk. All right. So for self-care, I do usually have inverting, but you know, I'm gonna put stretch on all of these. It's as my first thing. Stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. Okay. I don't know. I think if I just write everything else in, I just may not do it. You know what I mean? So it'll be like, oh, it's there, and now I'm just gonna ignore it. And I kind of learned that on my, in my 2-page daily. Just because it's there doesn't mean you do it. So I was thinking of putting little boxes. This is what my little note down here would be cute. Boxes or washi for like a little bedtime section. So what do we think? Maybe washi. Okay. So let's see what we have. I do still have this brown. Let's do this. This is fun. This reminds me of coffee. So the point is to kind of like make a bedtime section. So I will put the washi across. It has to be higher on this side. So maybe I just make it higher anyway. I can't believe I forgot what is supposed to be down here. That is so crazy. I removed all of the sticky notes. I didn't put them on the next week like I thought I had. And now I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Just want enough room for bedtime. So this will look something like this, you know. Bedtime. And then we'll be there, and then we'll say blank hours. I do like to write that, you know, more spaciously. On days like this, I'll write it bigger. Is this tracking down here? We had movement, self-care. Yeah, I completely moved everything. Why did I do that? Let me see if this is anything. Self-care list. Nope, nope, nope. So I was thinking of doing some trackers with these dots. I think we can still do that. So let's do vibration plate here, and then we'll do a few dots, and then we'll do, here, we'll come in closer. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Then we'll do invert. And invert only needs one dot for each week. Okay. And then do I have dots in here? Oh, I have coffee pot dots, little coffee dots. Or in these. I think I just want to use the light coffees. Or maybe we go light and dark, as long as I can check it off. We'll just do light. Okay, so this is the idea. I'm going to come and put an X on these when I've done it. I want to do 4 this week, 4 vibration plates every week. Do we need to scoot it over? I think. And maybe we do just a dark one for invert. Okay, cute. So when I do a vibration plate, I'm going to come mark this off. When I do inversion, I'm going to mark it off. So that's what that little note was for. Still, I think this was tracking down here. I think we had movement, self-care, and tracking. So this will be things like, oh no, it's food. Oh, it's food. Yeah. Maybe I put a note back here. Or a box. I just don't think it has a lot of room for a box. So we will do a sticky note. Let's just write food. Food. And this is self-care and tracking. Track and self-care. Okay, and then I know that that one is movement. Okay, so we obviously can't fill out the food until we eat. We can't fill out the bedtime until we go to bed. Some of this self-care, I want to do like what I actually do. And then tracking. Tracking is like, I want to track steps and coffee. So let's say steps here. I'm doing this now so I don't forget. And then coffee can be down here. Okay. So that is on there like that. And then I'll remember that it's supposed to be here. I think for these ones, it could be kind of fun to like, instead of putting, I usually do like coffee, like this, coffee. And they do tick marks. So I think it could be fun to do the tick marks on the coffee for these days that have this fun washi. You know, I think we could do that. I think that could be fun. I'm just gonna put 1 down here. I'll do 2 because I always almost have 2, just to remind myself that that's what I wanted to do. And then I'll do 2 here, and I can just put steps on top. So you can see that the planner is actually going to be incredibly messy. It's not like a fancy planner. It's not even like a, you know, just to show you gals planner. I really am just trying to plan my stuff in life and then just bring you gals along for the journey. So I know a lot of people write super neat and they have like cute different handwritings on different sections. Maybe someday I will do like just a show planner because I do think they're fun and pretty. It's kind of like a creative planner. And although these planners are creative because they're decorated, the actual content that goes in them is very practical. So yeah, I feel kind of bad about having it so cute and then having bad handwriting, but I prefer it cute so that I can write in it. And then this is my handwriting. So that's how it goes in my planning world. But that is another planner setup, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think it looks good. And again, some of these things are not going to be able to be written in until I get moving and get into the days. But yeah, I like it. Every day I'm going to look at these things. I just really need to push it. What I do is I come in here in my office, I start working, and then that's really what my day is working on this channel. All right, gals, that is it for this video for the wellness planner. It is started to be written in and ready to go for next week. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be decorating our budget planner, which we did decorate our main planner for the first weekly back to Happy Planner. I think it turned out really cute, and we're going to fill this in a little bit. All of these will be filled in at the end. Now look at all of these Post-its that I have to move. So I'm just going to move these to the next week so that I kind of know what I wanted to do, and then I can just look at this previous week for the next week, right? Is what the idea is. Okay. I used to do mock-ups or like, you know, practice pages, but that does use up pages. So now I've started to use sticky notes. I did it here and there anyway, but you know, now I'm going to do more. We pretty much have to white out this entire thing unless we just grab stickers that can cover it. So let's see if we have that. We might have that in Mojo Jojo plans because some of the numbers are kind of fun and big. And let's see if we have a color that we can work with. We're going to need the 1st through the 7th. So if we have a green 31, which we do, we can do the green. I grabbed one too many. Look how cute this planner is. I mean, so adorable. The 7 back, and we need the days now. Do we have green in the days of the week? Okay, so that was super easy. A lot of planner gals do that just to have the decorative numbers and days. I have to do it because it's the wrong days and dates, but that's okay. All right, so I wanted to do the budget planner, and because the budget planner is going to, I wanted to use these florals. It's just called Flowers, an old Happy Planner sticker book, and I really like these purple ones in here, wherever they are. And I'm gonna pull out the pages. These are giant flowers, but the budget planner is really going to be filled with numbers, so I think it's going to be fine to have really big florals. And maybe we do some boxes with them. So So if you don't know, the top of this, the reason I dated this is this part up here is going to be breakfast and dinner, but the parts down here are essentially going to be like a ledger. So it's going to read like a ledger, everything, you know, for keeping the bills. Now, this is my JoJo Plans Jewel Tone Big Boxes. And I'm just going to grab a green here. Grab one of my florals. This is giant, so we're going to cut it. We're going to corner it and cut it. And then pretty much this list over here is going to be what I need to buy. And this is going to be what I did buy. So let's just line it up. Now, a good way to make your stickers last, if you have not a lot of stickers for the spread, is to do this, kind of cut them off at the edge and then feed them back in somewhere. I think we're going to do this one up here, but we do have to white out the lines first. That's okay, because these are on the clear backing. Oops, not too much. That probably doesn't matter. So I'm going to cut this in half this way to get more use out of it. And then we can put this like here as a corner. Did not cut it very even. So I think we'll maybe do some washi there if it's going to bother me. Okay. I actually think it's looking really pretty so far. Maybe I wonder if we do this one here, it could kind of look like a continuation. You know, like they came across a little, except, you know, I didn't make it into the punch, the hole punch. All right, let's get this one trimmed in half. And let's find a place for it. And what do we have left? These are fun. So I think I'll grab 2 more smaller boxes. We'll layer them with these guys. And we could grab the second page if we wanted of the florals, but I do think this might be enough. Especially once we get some washi on, I think it'll be fine. So let's do a darker purple now. These colors are really pretty. I guess we could maybe do this red. I think we'll do the red. Do we want that size? Seems to be the size we've been using, so we don't need it, but I do like it. We'll keep it big. Maybe we'll do it up and down. I don't know about that one. And then we'll do one more color. Ooh, I like this purpley, but I think we have to go with like the blue, one of the blues. So, which one? I think we'll just do navy. It's not quite navy, it's actually a really pretty blue. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. And we do that about here. Now we're gonna start to write in this a little, so we'll see how this is gonna work. Because I don't know, I kind of have my doubts right now. As I always over sticker. This one is a little crooked, but I'm gonna leave it. Oh, and we have this one leaf. Okay, what are we gonna do with you? Oh, we're gonna rip you. We'll do sticker surgery, or, you know, let's see, maybe we'll cut this a couple times too and have it like, you know, come out of stuff. Because he's like kind of bare. That does not look good. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this poor sticker. I don't know, gals. I should have left it probably all together. Well, let's see. I think we can do this here with its top. Where did I lose its top? Yeah, it's under here. Okay. So it looks weird when it's just like cut. So what if we make this look like a top again? This is what you have to do when you're stubborn and you won't just go grab a couple more stickers. So I don't know, maybe kind of looks like a top again. Okay. And then maybe we patch these back together somehow and make it look like a top as well. You just cut down the middle stem a little, it kind of helps it look like, you know, normal. I think I want this one. Okay, I'm surviving 2 spreads now. This page is gone. Let's get some washi. Definitely the boxes help a lot, and I could layer them more, but this is a budget ledger planner, so I don't want to be like too crazy with that. I might have been crazy with other things. All right, so now washi that's not going to ruin it. That is the trick. So I lift up my washi to look at it again. I think I kind of want to do these anchors just because of this pretty jewel tone. I think it will work well. So that is my entire collection of washi. I just can't rationalize getting more, although I always get more planners. I can rationalize getting sale planners, just not sale washi. That's my crazy, my type of crazy. And that's pretty. So I'm happy with that. Oh, and we're out. Oh no. Well, I mean, I knew we were gonna be out, but let's see if we can peel off some of the cardboard. That's what I do when I'm, come on. I like how it looks, so let's, we'll go backward and maybe we can get some off that way. It does work sometimes to go backward. It's not gonna work so well. So what do we have? A sticky there. Okay, I know why they put washi on cardboard. This washi is also really old, so it probably came off a little better when it was younger. We older gals are stubborn, like this washi. So that's a shame because I did want to use it on the bottom too, but let's get it on the top as much as we can. And then we'll see, we'll just put it somewhere else as well. So the washi has gold anchors, but you can't even see it because it's just so faded and old. It like came off on the layer before. All right, so we have a couple pieces left. We will feed somewhere. Oh, that's fun. So that washi took a lot longer to peel than I thought. You can see all these little pieces. So I just skipped that part so you didn't have to torture yourself watching me wrestle with washi. And then I still think now we do need something at the bottom, but I don't want to go too different in tone. I think we're going to do our handy dandy stripes here, which is also almost gone, but hopefully we have enough for right now. And I'm just gonna put it at the bottom and maybe somewhere on the top, if there's enough. I do like being able to use up the washi, but I use the ones I like first, and so then it's kind of sad when it's gonna be gone. I think we'll just layer it here so it kind of looks like, you know, together. Layered washi, it's like helping my spreads lately, at least in my eyes. In my eyes, I don't know. All right, so that's fun. I actually like it. So vertical line layout, meal planning up here, some meals on the side, and then just writing what I've spent in my grocery budget is this first week. So I will really need to do the rest of the weeks pretty quickly. We'll fill some of this out and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. For now, let's get it back in the planner. And you know what? I do like it. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. So I have the beautiful scalloped here. It did not have the scallop down here. It was just a line, so it's okay to put the washi on there. Decorative numbers that don't really go with the spread, but maybe a little in this green, thankfully. I guess some in here too. And then we used 1 page of florals and just cut the florals apart to make them last. It might be a little plain in a couple areas, but look, it has confetti already on the page from just the style of the planner, so that really helps. Throw kindness around like confetti. Yeah, I think it's super cute for budgeting. So that's ready to go, and we'll get some stuff filled out, including, we don't really have anything to put on the monthly yet because we're not there yet, but we'll do some of the goals over here and maybe start some meal planning. So for the budget planner, things that we can fill out, we're actually, I think I need to do my meal plan, and I'm gonna do it over here. So I found this Books Are Magic book, sticker book, which is very similar to the Bookish. It has like some of the same like stickers, but it doesn't have these gals, but you know, it has other gals. So I think I'm gonna use this because I don't wanna use up all my Bookish stickers. It's so silly. Stickers are for using, I know. But this is a student version of the Bookish. So we're just gonna do a couple like cute little stickers here. Now this page is super colorful already. I just want to make it a little more, the monthly is in the Bookish style. So I think this is going to work to just have a couple fun accents. Now where are those? These, okay. So I'm going to do it in the green. This is going to be dinners. Look how small I'm gonna have to write for that. It's crazy. Well, that's okay. And then I think like I'm gonna make a section here. Should I put a box maybe actually? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a box with this gal. And this is gonna be my breakfast. So dinners can be all around. And I'm gonna show you what I'm mimicking. Whoops. Don't, okay. I'm mimicking my meal plan planner right now, which is this so adorable mini Laurel Denise planner. So I'm mimicking this stuff back here where I'm putting, it's actually a little better example in here in July, where I put like breakfasts, snacks over here, dinners. So that's what I'm doing in this section. So this is now like my dashboard for my Laurel Denise. And what I'm gonna pop out is my pip here from the Laurel Denise planner. This is like a dashboard that you can write on. And I'm doing that because my nails don't change a ton between month to month. We're gonna have to write this out, and it's because I get a butcher box and that's what my meat is. Let's do dinners here. And once the butcher box is gone, so is my meat, and then we just have to do some meals that aren't, you know, meat dependent. And it's actually for quite a bit of the month that I have to come up with stuff. I say we. If only we. That I have to come up with stuff. And then this little box here is just gonna be the breakfast. And those are usually pretty easy. The reason I want to have this, I do refer back to these pages to see like kind of what I feel like making from what I have left. So I'm gonna skip this part where I'm kind of writing out what meat I have because I already know that. 5 nights here, that's what I want to know. So I have 5 nights of chicken. So for dinners, I'm gonna say, you know what, maybe it could be fun. I have an idea. I don't know. Let's do a bigger one for dinners. The breakfast one is fine. We'll use this again later. Let's get like a, what color do we want? I think the green's still fun. I like the green. Here we will put this up here. And this is gonna say dinners. Okay, and then I can do these little guys. You know, like one can be meat. I mean, like meat. This can be like chicken. So chicken will be first. Yeah, I like this. I think this is gonna be cute. Chicken, I'm having to write super tiny. So I have 5 nights of chicken. I just kind of go with the same thing, okay? So chicken and potatoes, chicken chow mein, chicken noodle soup, even though no matter what the weather is. it's kind of what I just go with. I do think, what am I doing here? I'm gonna move this to the top because I don't have to write up here on the top. Okay, so chicken. So number 1 is chicken noodle. And how much? I usually use 1 pound for that. And so I'm just gonna go through and write all of these out. Okay, so with just that, we have 17 nights, and that takes care of everything that's in the butcher box. So now we gotta figure out other things. So I think I'm just gonna get another one and do like an other category. Maybe we do a meatless, and then like alternative meats. So I think I'll do meatless here. All right, and then we need a green, I think, and we can do other. So that gets us to 28. Let's see. We'll do quesadillas down here. Okay, so that is all 30 nights. So we have like alternative meats, which is like turkey, bacon, and tuna. Then we have meatless. And so this is actually, we did 7 nights here. Because I added quesadillas with guac. I guess 31, it did. And that's good. I like to have alternatives just in case. Probably what we'll get cut is one of the tunas because it's actually kind of pricey. All right, so for breakfast, we have this. Okay, so we have about 25 breakfasts there. So we can always make up probably with like more cereal. Or I still have room to add something down there. All right, so that is all of the meals, and I like the decoration. So top 3, this is also budget. So top 3, I want to save. I'm not gonna say how much because I don't have an income, so it's really hard for me to say. Although my channel did just get monetized. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I'm very excited. I think it doesn't really bring in a lot, but it's gonna be something, and then I can start saving. I wanna stay on grocery budgets. It's actually kind of hard to stay at $6.50 a month. And then with, 5 people, for me anyway. And then I want to start paying debt would be great. This is gonna be through, I need to sell some stuff on eBay. And maybe channels, so. We'll see. This month is gonna look different than any other budget month that I've had any time in the recent, past. Okay, I wanna put a sticker up here still. Something cute. These are kind of above each other. I don't love that, but it's okay. It's just how it worked out when I was doing it. So let's do, oh, some of these cute glasses I think will be fun. And these purple ones that I'm like using up. I'll do some green ones too because I don't have a lot of those gone. But they're a fun color. Just random. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I thought I was filming. I put a little dog and cat down here, me time, nap time. A little box here in case I want to write something else. Added some glasses about, just all from that sticker book, the Bookstore Magic sticker book. So I might get like some kind of financial quote to put here, but otherwise I might just use it as an extra space to write things. But we're pretty good. So we have dinners here, breakfast here, some of my budget goals. I think this is a really good dashboard page. So using this as a dashboard page, I really love the idea because as it currently, I just don't think a lot of people use these pages as currentlies, or they might decorate them, but I've seen people's flip throughs and like none of the currentlies are actually filled out, even though they were decorated really cute. Cute. Anyway, so I'm really happy to have this as a dashboard instead, which is just functional. And I do have a currently though in one of my planners. All right, so daily spend, I obviously know what's gonna go in there, so I don't need this little sticky. This is gonna be like to buy, I still need that. Notes might also be a grocery list. Grocery list is one thing that I don't have space for here, but I think I could do it in the weekly goals this week. For budget, I might put one or two, but then I could also make a grocery list. Or actually, this is a good idea. I'll just put the grocery list over here because I'm using 3 boxes for the ledger. So yeah, this will be grocery list. Maybe I should note that before I forget. So I'm just gonna make a note of grocery list there. I think I'm just gonna use this little purpley one because it's on the other page. You know, this one here. And we can kind of layer it onto the washi and make it a grocery list. Okay, so I have done this before where I have just filled out, actually in this planner, my little Laurel Denise meal and budget planner, where I filled out the meals beforehand and then I don't feel like making them and then I have to erase, like there's some erase marks. And the same thing with breakfast, if it's not what we have, like there's a lot of erase, like every week there's a couple of, like this week was really bad, I didn't stay on at all, those are all erased. I don't know if you can see it, this has 2, 3, so my point is I'm not going to actually write it ahead. But what I usually do is put the meals for the week over here and I just grab them and put them on there. That's been working a lot better, so I could probably do that. Breakfast, I think I've had a couple erases. Yeah, not a lot. So my point is I don't really want to go ahead and write the breakfast and dinner here, like what it's going to be, because I really don't know. So instead of goals this week, because I just don't really have any income coming in, I don't think I need to like set a weekly goal for budgeting right now. Maybe I just write the meals that I want to make for the week. So I'm just gonna add a few on here, and probably more than these dots because we need 7. So let's do, that'll give us 5, 6. Let's do 2 in here. Definitely not perfectly spaced. That's 7. Oh, the other thing I have to consider is that the butcher box is not going to come until Friday. So I'm going to have to do a lot of, I do still have some chicken. I'm going to have to do a lot of the meals that are non-meat. It happens at the end of every month where we just ate all the meat, but I do have chicken still. So I'm going to do a, I guess, let's do burrito bowl. Okay, so that gets me through 7, and I have 1 that I will need the butcher box to be here for, so that's all that it's going to be there. Breakfast is pretty much the same thing all the time between a rotation. So I don't think I need to put that there. And then I can fill out my grocery list. Which I think I could do some of that now. Okay, so that is my grocery list for everything that's over here for the dinners. All right. And then I will just come here like maybe Sunday and I can probably figure out what I want for the first couple days. This part, having it written down here and having the grocery list here, is so helpful because I always have the ingredients, where before I might have planned to make something but I didn't have the ingredients for it, and that can be a problem. Yep, that is really good. Now budget is gonna start when I make my first purchase, which I'm guessing will probably be on the 1st. I think we can write that in just to show. So I have the date here. It's going to be Walmart. That's the only place I have access to get groceries with the funding. And it'll probably be, we'll say whatever items, and then I don't know how much it's gonna be total. So I think this box can have like additional things. This will probably just carry across like a line item, I'm guessing. But here I can put things that don't count into my grocery budget, which are things like shampoo. It does not count in my grocery budget. Thank goodness. It's already tight enough. But okay, so that's just kind of like a general setup of how it's gonna look. And if I don't actually end up putting in an order on the 1st, I can change that number. I like to put like a little bit of a detail of what it is, like if it's dinner or breakfast, and the amount will be here, and then I'll subtract it and put like what I have left right about there. And that's basically all I'm doing for grocery. I think that will get me through the first 2 weeks. I probably could have kept decorating this honestly for the month, because if I want to start eBay, I'm probably going to need this whole thing as groceries too. We'll start eBay here and here, or maybe we just wait and do eBay here. Yeah, these 2 pages, and then this is debt, income and savings on the bottom. The top is going to be dated for the meals only. I actually like this setup. I think it's going to work really well, but we'll see. Okay, so that's all that we can write in for now in this video, but I'm excited about this layout, the vertical lines, even though I'm kind of using 2 lines. Here on my list I used 1 line each. And it's actually not as small. Like before, I've been such a snob about this layout because these lines are so close together. But you can double up on the lines or, you know, just write smaller. So it works, both work. And I'll add to this throughout the week when I find out more things that I need to grab. Obviously, I already know milk's gonna be on there. Okay, so now we are pretty much set up for the new month, for September. And again, if I do buy something on Labor Day and I do not have time to add it into here yet, I'm just gonna write the price that I bought on here. I'll put a minus sign, what I spent, and then add it onto here when I have time. This turned out really pretty, huh? I didn't know how it's gonna look. I was worried for a second, but I like it. Okay, gals, that is all for this video. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today on Tamper with a Plan. In this video, we're going to be doing the decorations for week 1 of my journaling planner, and then we'll get to filling some of it out, obviously not the journaling spots. But for the journaling planner, look how pretty this divider is. I chose an old Happy Planner horizontal from 2020, and it has really pretty green shading. And then the other month, the next month would have peach, then it goes green to peach. I like that it just has like enough simple color to keep it from being completely boring. I did redate the monthly, and the monthly I got a little carried away with like this bright pink, but I do think it's really fun. Now I wanted to come on here, what I wanted to use for this is bookish, and I just want to put a couple decorations on here. So even though this is already really cute with the stars, and I covered the monthly calendars on top, I just want to get a couple quick cute stickers on here. So I think we'll do like the brown dog, or we'll do the black dog, or gray, and maybe a brown cat. And then let's get some books. A stack of books. So we'll start with these. So these aren't paper stickers, so I guess I'm gonna put them, you know, where we can see them better. We'll separate the cat and the dog with the books, which is really funny. So I think it'd be fun to just grab some of these. This says always wonder, happy, and choose joy, or be you. We'll do the book club. And I'm just gonna stick these on in different spots. And I think I'm just gonna do this stack of book washi, which is actually super cute, right under the cat and the books, next to this dates to remember. All right, is that enough? I think it might be. Yeah, I just wanted to get some quick color on there and kind of tie it in, at least to the first week. Definitely doesn't tie into the monthly. So let's grab out the first week. We are gonna have to do some redating, where we're changing the day, because the date is correct. And I think we're gonna do it with this. So we'll white them out real quickly. So I just do a Sunday start, so no matter what week it is, I'm just going to put it as a Sunday start. To me, it's worth it, but it is work. So, I don't know. I was talking about that, like by the time you get a sticker book and, you know, your happy planner or whatever that doesn't have a Sunday start, you buy the Sunday start stickers. You might already have been able to buy a Sunday start planner. And Sunday start planners are hard to find. Laurel Denise has a choice. You could be Monday or Sunday start. Plum Paper has a choice. And then who else? There are a few others. If you know any others, let me know in the description below, because I would really love to know all the options. Although, as I've been saying, I have like 5 years left of happy planners. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I really love the colors of these older planners so much that I don't care if I have to use them for 5 years. The whole reason I did leave Happy Planner for a while is just because I cannot shop on their website. So I was kind of, you know, letting that get to me, but it's okay. Who needs to shop on their website? So the dates hang off a little. So Tuesday I should have maybe hung off, but it's okay. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I will do this one because it's kind of alone, stuck out there. So I do really like those stickers because they are dark. You can see them very well. Okay, let's start with our book here. So one of the things I'm considering is having like a line down here where it's like a more personal focus, like relationship focus. So I'm gonna do that first. And let's just do like this fun blue with the gold stripe in the middle. It's nice and thin. I love how cute this is in the middle. Now Happy Planner did have a couple of planners, I think this year, that had some color on the spine. But to me, it was not enough. Okay, so I could draw a line there. I'm gonna have to straighten that. Using a pen, a marker, anything, but I'm going to use a washi for now. Okay, that's better. So then this section, it's kind of like how Happy Planner does their horizontals now, actually, because they have the checklist over here. So I'm kind of just making that section for myself, but it is for a different thought process when I'm writing over there. Okay, so let's get to our stickers. Now, I am really still new to journaling, so I don't mind if there are going to be stickers on the page. I think it's going to like help me out in some ways. So let's put this here. Or should I actually, let me cut around the washi, I think. So we'll do it from here to here. Grab this piece up. Okay, so that was a little bit of an interruption. Let's see if I can get back into it, which I'm sure I can. Put some books down there. I like these as part of the boxes because they're still lined. They give you a place, oops. They give you a place to write. So what I'm thinking about these, they could just be like a little bit of a different thought than what I'm already writing about. Like maybe right here I could be writing about the boys, and then in here I'll write about something like, you know, going out with my mom, how that went, things like that. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do this colorful washi style stuff at the bottom. I'm going to grab them all. Let's do pink hair and purple hair. I think we did green and pink last time actually on the monthly of my, was it my budget? I don't know. I have been decorating like crazy. Do this today with one of them. And then I think just this with the other. Or maybe this one. Maybe we'll move it down. We're kind of boring down here. Those girls make it fun. Here we go. We need a chair with a cat, I think. And a chair with a dog. So let's do the blue dog. Let's do the orange chair with the cat. You know, I mean the dog isn't blue. Put the orange right here. And that has a book on the arm. I like that. This dog, we didn't really leave a lot of room. I'm just gonna push it here. Well, fun and colorful so far. I still think it leaves plenty of room to write. Okay, so I did this last time. I want to do it again. I think these are actually checklists. You know how it can line up as a line, but I like them just for like an underwashi for like the chairs. To bring in that color. I think that's cute. All right, what else do we have? This flag says read, and I'm just gonna put it up here under Thursday. And then I wanna hang one off over here too, and I think I'm gonna use green. Okay, I definitely want something up here, maybe down here, and then I think we're gonna be good. Maybe we come in with some plants. That's a crooked plant. We'll fix it. And I think I want more than one. Okay, so the last thing is these longer lines, even though they could possibly be checklists, like a really long checklist maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like if I put it here, give me like a little checklist. I don't know. I'm gonna put it at top here as some washi, because actually the top is pretty bare. So I think we're gonna grab some washi, but we'll do this to both sides first. And then we'll just layer it with a different bright, fun color. So I don't know that I would ever use this as a checklist. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I really don't know what it is. I think that's what it is in my head. That is super fun already. Yeah, I really like it so far. All right, so we did say washi, and I do mean other than this really thin that's separating, which I do like. So now we want something colorful, not too crazy, maybe a little crazy. I think we're gonna stay safe with this pink and gold. So I don't really want to layer on the bottom. I think it already looks good down there. So we'll layer up here, and yeah, that's fine like that. And then we'll layer more over here. But you know what I'm seeing? I think we need one more layer on top. All right, let's come back in here. We do have these glasses. I kind of want to save it for next time. Yeah, we'll save the glasses for next time, but I just need to grab one more color. And I think that like purpley is really cute, but maybe we just come in with the blue. Oh, we do have purple stripes. We're pretty low on them, so this might finish it off. This will be the third washi we finish if we finish it. The good news is this one is on a plastic spool, which I know. It'll just be easier to grab off. Doesn't mean it's better. So what do we have left here? Oh, so now this is together. See how it just barely, it goes back on itself. So if we open that up, we're gonna have one little piece left to use. Okay, so I think we do a little under her, so she's not just floating. We can do a little under her, so she's not just floating. One piece left. I'm just gonna, let's just put it down here as like a second layer. Washi. Okay, super fun and colorful. Yeah. I think we're good. Like this looks a tiny bit bare, but you know, let's not keep going. Let's call this one a day. So this is gone. This washi roll. Yeah, that is super fun. These bookish stickers, I mean, they just don't disappoint. They always have fun colors. So we can get this back into the planner. So this part is not going to be filmed being filled out because it's private, a journaling planner. But what I did think of doing, this is hanging out from my monthly. What I did think of doing was writing the thankful on the monthly, because on my journal planner right now, it's a Laurel Denise horizontal. I was kind of just writing like something that happened each day. So maybe I will still do that, like a really big thing that happened. I will write on the monthly, like the focus of the day or something really good that happened that day. And then I'll come in here and talk a little more about that. So I want to write that down before I forget that I thought of that. And I don't know, we might be able to show the monthly in the future because, you know, that's pretty innocuous. But you gals don't want to know my deep thoughts in life anyway. So we said this is going to be, you know, thought of day or of the, if I can write, day, or I can't write, or top happening type of thing. Okay, so that's gonna be on the monthly, and then this will just be journaling. So super fun. I really like it. I like that there is not a ton of room, so journaling is accessible. So I think this is a great way to start journaling if you guys have been thinking about starting to journal, but you don't want a whole journal and you don't want to do the whole bullet journal thing, although that does look fun. This can be a really good way to just start journaling. It doesn't have to even be in a horizontal. I was considering doing it in a vertical and just having like different topics here, like the relationship, you know, relationship here, overall events, maybe my impressions or emotions or whatever. So you can use vertical too. You don't have to have this horizontal. And if you do have the new horizontal with the checklist, if you put a cute washi down the side there where your checklist is, this is just an idea. You might want to write all the way across, but you can have like a separate section to just focus like on, you know, like I said, I'm going to do personal relationships, really probably marriage and stuff like that over here. My thoughts of the day for that. So here I have washi all over my fingers. I really think this is cute. So this is gonna make it fun to journal. For one, having a limited space, and for two, having a cute spread. We are gonna wrap up this video here because we're not gonna fill this in. Not even this stuff over here. I'm probably gonna put like focuses that I wanna focus on of what I wanna kind of work through by writing it down. It's like a brain dump, but more for like your feelings and emotions. That's kind of what I'm looking at this journaling as, and honestly, that's really kind of what it is. So yeah, so that will be kind of over here. And I just might have some afterthoughts here. Days to remember, and I might just put special things down here other than birthdays. But yeah, I think this is super cute. So this is the first week done, and that is it. So check back. We will have the flip through coming up and a lot of other things on the channel. I'll show you how everything's working for me coming up soon. Thanks so much for joining me today on Tamper the Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today on Tamper the Plan. Okay, in this video, first I want to show you at the beginning of the filming, I showed you that this was filled with all the sticker books that I was going to be using for the week in my weeklies, and we are now at the last weekly decoration for September week 1. So every week I will refill this little guy with the stickers for the next week when I figure it out, and then I just have them there on the side of the desk. So when I need them, they will be there. But this is the last sticker book, and it is for my Bible planner, which is way back here in the back. 7 planners in here, and this guy's already chunky, and we only have the monthlies and the first week done, but we do have a lot of paper clips in here to hold pages together and a couple of altered dividers, which makes it a little bulkier. But this is my Bible planner. It is an undated 2018 Happy Planner Big Vertical. Really, really fun and beautiful. You can see this is when they had decorative planners. I will be using this, not exactly for what it says on here. This is the monthly done. It turned out really cute, and it was nice to have an undated because I didn't have to white out all the old dates. But honestly, I had to date every single monthly since these are all older planners, and I do think they all turned out super fun and cute. I'm excited to get started on these. We are exactly a week away, so I'm excited. All right, now let's get to our weekly. What I have been doing is coming back here and decorating this page. It's the currently for the month, but I'm using it as a lot of pre-plan areas from all the other planners. So I added a couple decorations onto a lot of them. Let me show you. I'll show you. This one, you know, I added some decoration. Did I on this one? Yeah, this one I added some decoration. So just because they were kind of, this one I did not have to. That's so cute. That I didn't have to. I think those are the only two actually. Oh no, I added some decoration onto this one. Okay, this one's already really cute enough with the colors. I'm not gonna add anything to it. But we will need to get the weekly done. So I'm just gonna pop that out. This is our last weekly of 7 planners starting for next week. So I really like working ahead, and I'm not as ahead as I would like to be, but that's okay. You take what you can get. Now, I am thinking of leaving, should we leave the dating to the end? No, we'll just get it done. I like Mojo Jojo Plans Date It, and I think I'm gonna use the black and white for this one. I do a Sunday Star, so even though this is an undated, this has to go. And I've been talking about this in my previous videos. Sunday Star is very rare in the planner world. At least the monthly is still Sunday Start, because when people offer a Monday start versus a Sunday Start, they usually have your monthly on a Monday start. Or Hemlock and Oak, who like doesn't even have a choice. You have the monthly and the weekly on a Monday start, which I'm sure a lot of people like. For me, nah. I want my Sunday Start monthly and Sunday Start weekly. So I'm just gonna get these days on. I like these days in the Mojo Jojo Plans front. They're very clear in the black and white. I can see them very well. That looks good, nice and dark, how I like it. Funny how I like being able to see and read my numbers. Just like a weird thing about me. Okay, so I was thinking for this one, we use this really pretty blue on my project planner this week. What if we do these brighter oranges? Yeah. And for the Bible planner, I want to use like florals or quotes or whatever. Probably not quotes actually, but not wrong, even though those are my favorite stickers. Nuts for the Bible planner. Put those together like that down here. Every section off in this vertical is going to be a topic. I'm going to try to put people and places up here. Probably main ideas here, and if there's any lessons that I want to take away or need to take away there. Things to remember type of thing down there. Let's make a bigger one now. Instead of doing that, we'll bring it up like that, and we'll bring it up like this. I think this one needs to come down a little. Okay, so we'll trim these off and see where we can feed them back in. I do like some florals in the corner. They look pretty similar though. That's okay. I'm gonna grab these last two boxes and put them to use. I do like these little boxes. Like, look how pretty the florals are there. So we'll do like a little bit of a cluster. And they're paper stickers, very nice. So I can do here. I think I'm just gonna use the last little boxes on this page and layer them up for different days. I can grab today's and noted, but I don't want to do's. Okay, I like that so far. I was going to take this out and put this in my main, so I think I'm going to do that. I have a couple of important here that match. Maybe we just put that over here for notes. I think I just want to finish up this page and then we'll be done. You might hear my son working out in the background. I don't really like that there. Okay, so let me just bring it down to the bottom. It's not really because of the color. I think it's because of what's left of the florals. It just looks funny to have it up there like that. Okay. Just gonna hide that little stem. Okay, now what? I'm not really a box on its own kind of gal, so where these are, what if we just, does it look weird coming out like that? It looks a little weird. Maybe put it, oh, and I just ripped that box, bummer. Maybe just put it under like that. Which I think also looks weird, so. I don't know, maybe that's a little better. I'm gonna say that because if I keep moving it, it's gonna rip it worse. This one, what if we just put it like on there and reaching? But now it looks like it's missing something here. Like, how did it get over there? Okay, and then these two left, which I do think we can make this one look a little better with a friend. Always better with a friend, but that took up that box pretty well, which I don't love. I don't love that. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Overall, it's okay. So it's really plain over here. Like right here, it's plain. A little plain here. Celebrate. I like that for the Bible reading. What do we think? Down here? Or up here? Maybe down here. I like this. And we'll also put one over here. Okay, I like it fine, but let's go through and just see if there's like a random like orange flower on the page. If it's the last orange flower of the page, like these two purples. So that has a couple. I guess we could pop in some purple. Let's do it. Why not? Then those two are done. It has a little bit of orange on there. I think it's good enough. Let's get these purples on. I think they're going to be a fun pop of color. So we need probably one on each page. And I'm going to make this one come out of here. Or am I? Maybe I'm not. Can we do it? I think it's okay. And this one. Come from there. It stands out a little, but I think it's okay. All right, now none of that matched the floral that's already on the page, but I think that is going to be just fine. I do think these are a little crooked. So plenty of room to write people, I hope, because we're breaking up the reading, and then I could write places really tiny there or here, and I can always add a post-it. People, places, good all the way across. Main ideas, good all the way across. And lessons learned all the way across. Yep, I think we are good. Fun, I like it. I think it's pretty. So to set up the Bible planner, okay, so for the Bible planner, this is now a Bible planner. A few minutes ago, it was a work planner, but we are going to set this up now as a Bible planner. And I'm just going to mark these out and write them in with this highlighter. I chose a color to match these florals that are already on the page, but I actually probably could have done like a yellow or a pink or something. But now let's write in what we're going to be reading each day. So Sunday is going to be whew, that is scrunched. Can you see that? All right. It worked out though. And then, so that's Sunday. Monday is going to be very similar. I guess I'm just gonna okay. Tuesday. Also very small, but it fit. Wednesday. Okay, so then on Saturday, I'm just going to reread everything. I kind of like to reread the week's verses at the end and just reflect. So over here, it's going to be one Bible verse that I like, or two if I can fit them, that really stands out or that I want to remember or think about. We'll come back over here. So because this was a work planner for a second, it has some highlights. I'm just really glad I wrote in my friction pen. You can kind of see the shadow there, but it looks okay. So this is places. I think we can put people down here because we just don't have a lot of places. All right, so for each of these days, I've kind of changed it what I'm going to do here. But I'm going to put a post-it here, and what I want to do on each day is like a overarching thought of the reading. And now some of them are going to have Isaiah and Deuteronomy. So for Sunday, I think I'm going to steal this box and just kind of like make it come over here. You know, we'll put that sticky there. But we just want like a main thought. Main thought for the day's reading. I know that could be kind of hard. So we'll see how that goes. I was going to put the reference of what we're going to read for the whole month. So maybe I'll do that too. The reference up top and then the main thought. That way when I get the view of the whole month, I can really see what all was read. So I do like that. So all the reference, and I think we'll just write the reference now. And then let's pull this out and write it all. Yeah, and then this page is just going to be really a study. Writing a couple verses, and then the place, the people, some of the commands, breaking down like maybe some of the topics spoken about. Also, Isaiah might maybe just be down here in this focus box. So yeah, I'm just setting myself up to, you know, study it like I would any like historical type of document. And that is what I'm working on. So for the reference, okay, so every week setup will be the same as that. And when the first week is done, I will flip through and show you in the planner chat for that week. Just to show you how it went and how I like it. And then we'll continue with the next week if everything works out really well. And do just kind of the same thing. Okay, so for this section, so like 4.5, really 5 weeks we're gonna do. Okay, so the battery died, but I did get all of that written in of everything that's for the week. So week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is what I can reference when I am trying to write down the references for the week, the addresses of the reading for the week. Now, notes and goals. Obviously, goals could just be put to something else. This screen actually matches really well. For notes, let's do context up here. Context up here, who, what, when, where, why, basically. And we do here main ideas, like just maybe from the weeks, I can go through and every week do one each. So maybe we do, there's 5 weeks. Let me get Mojo Jojo plans stickers here. Oh, I like this color. It matches this floral, so I think we're gonna do that. So let's do one for each week. A little better. So then I'll put the main ideas for each week of the readings there. Notes is maybe some context. And thankful for, I might leave that. I could do some thankful fors there. Okay, so that is set up as much as can be until we get some of the weekly stuff on to the monthly and on to the weekly. So that wraps up the filling out. And sorry to switch planners in the middle of the video. I know that's probably confusing, but this is now the Bible planner set up and ready to go for the week. So just a couple days. We are here on Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we will start right here. So I think it's gonna work out really well, but we will check back next week in the planner chat and figure it all out. But this is off to a good start to have all this already pre-filled out and ready to go. So thanks so much for joining me today on Tamara with a Plan. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.